Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to focus on something that many professionals, many educators do not spend time doing, and it leads to burnout. So, I want to introduce you to my guest today, Jodi Stepanek. Jodi Stepanek is a great friend. I've met her recently, and she is going to help us learn more about self-care. So let's bring Jodi on. Hello,
Hi,
Jodi.
how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Will you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name's Jodi Stepanek. I am a certified meditation and mindfulness instructor, and so I became a certified mindfulness instructor just about a year ago, and I am venturing into this full time. I absolutely love teaching, mentoring, and I've been in the corporate world for over 20 years, and I'm looking forward to this change.
Yes, excellent. So, Jodi, could you please tell me? Let me fix my camera here a little bit. There we go. Could you tell us a little bit when people throw around the phrase self-care? You need to engage in self-care.
Okay.
Uh, a lot of times I think people are like, just another thing that I have to do. So tell us, in your words, what is self-care?
Well, self-care, it's hard to help others when you're running on empty. And so when your tank is low, we find ourselves more irritable. We snap at people. We're unkind. And so when we take time to fill our cup, which can be simple things, they don't have to be a half a day at going and getting a massage and a facial, and which those things are nice. Absolutely love those things. However, it doesn't have to be big and grandiose. It can be sitting with a cup of coffee out on your back deck, listening to nature and taking 5 minutes and not scrolling on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
It can be, 90 seconds or 60 seconds of taking deep breaths.
Mm-hmm.
It can be, having a conversation with a friend. It can be a lot of things. It truly is what makes your soul happy, and fitting those little things into your day.
Now, one thing that makes me feel kind of have a sense of clarity, and actually I get energized from doing, is to exercise.
Yeah.
However, when I'm looking at my day and scheduling, that is always the first thing that I cut out of my schedule.
Yep. And a lot of us do.
So
Yeah.
how can we make it more of a priority?
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the deal. We tend to operate out of the sympathetic nervous system. Okay. So we have, we have our brain and we have our nervous system, and so we tend to operate kind of on this hamster wheel of go, 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 go. And so things like that, exercise, meditation, mindfulness, good food, cooking good food, it's easier to go get, the other. They truly do start going by the wayside. And it's till your body probably goes, help me, I need help. We don't make a change until something significant happens. And so it's tough. However, it is a priority that people need to start making, and they can start simple, Sherry. It's the little things.
So let's talk about, yes, I agree with all of that. So for me, a simple thing that I do, I'm doing right now. And that is I have my dog sitting on my lap, right?
There you go.
Because I've recognized that when I have my dog sitting in my lap, my heart rate slows down.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me kind of some endorphins, right?
Mm-hmm.
From just that feeling of that warmth. And I care for my dog,
Yeah.
I love my
Yeah.
dog. And now that I'm working from home, I do feel more isolated. And I think that that's something that people are
Mm-hmm.
also, they want to maybe work from home, but they feel that sense of loss and
Mm-hmm.
isolation. So what do you think we can do to try to maybe get more motivation? So Lori's here, and Lori wants to know, like, how do we get the motivation to do the self-care?
To do the self-care?
Yes.
Honestly, Lori, it's truly you just have to start making it a priority. And so I believe in starting in, small and small things, but a gratitude practice is an easy way.
Mm.
When you do a gratitude practice, you start seeing all the little things that you do want to that start to bring you joy or that do bring you joy, and then you start to do those things. There are some peace finder practices that, it's just like I said, the long, slow, deep breathing just for 60 seconds. If you take 3 slow, long, deep breaths, it literally will settle your nervous system. It will meditation. If you meditate for 20 minutes a day, that is equivalent to a 3-hour nap.
Mm.
So those things, like how do we get motivated? It's also, maybe listing out what your goals are and not making this monumental, like, I want to run a marathon. Maybe it's, I want to run around the block today. and,
Mm.
and starting, and doing those small steps to where then you can get bigger steps. So with like meditation and mindfulness, I teach my students for 1 week, do 60 seconds of deep breathing.
Mm.
60 seconds. We all have that. The next week, do a 5-minute meditation. 5 minutes. We spend 5 minutes waiting for a coffee. So just take that time, maybe wake up 5 minutes early and just sit and connect with yourself.
Oh, wow. Uh, that 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 means so much to me to hear what you're talking about, because setting goals, it's so easy to get overwhelmed.
Oh, yeah.
We have, when I think about it, I think about the difference between our lives now and 10 years ago. We have so much stimuli coming at us from
hmm
a sensory standpoint. Things are brighter, things are louder, and it's a steady stream. It
Yep.
used to be pretty contained, like short
hmm
periods of time, but now it's all the time.
Correct.
And so I think that our brain is really not wired to have this coming
You
in
know,
all the time, right?
you know what that's called? It's called the amygdala hijack. And so our amygdala, which is setting out the fight or flight, okay? So even though, we associate the fight or flight like the bear. Oh, I get more energy, or I'm going to lift the car because there was an accident and there's a woman underneath it. It's not that anymore. We are operating out of fight or flight because it's the habitual, it's the worry. Okay. We have the anxiety of the what if. We also have the, oh my goodness, the coulda, woulda, shoulda. So we're constantly thinking in the past, we're constantly thinking in the future. And it's very rare that we are here in this present moment. And
Mm.
so it's really starting to get that shift to really live in that moment. And so when we lessen our amygdala, which is the cortisol and it's the adrenaline that keeps going, what we do is that our hippocampus in our brain gets denser. For you guys, that's the learning center.
Mm.
That's how we retain information. And so when we are less stressed and we operate in, and it's called the parasympathetic nervous system, when we start to operate in that, which is the rest and digest, the rest and restore, we become less reactive. We become more focused and more engaged in the present moment. And so doing self-care is way more important than we think. And I know as moms and as teachers and you're keeping a household together, you're meeting with students, you have 500 schedules. Oh wait, we got to fit in working out.
Mhm.
Oh, and we're making dinner and who went to the grocery store. And so we have this constant wheel. We have to at some point stop, take time and breathe.
Mm. I That's so valuable.
Mhm.
And when people say just breathe,
Just breathe.
Seriously, that's it.
Just
So
breathe.
I've had an experience recently. My son started playing golf.
Okay.
And I've been on a golf course maybe 6 times in my life. I just haven't had that experience. But what I've found in attending his golf matches, I get my little cart, right?
Yeah.
And it's about 2 hours for this match. And I lose track of time. Being surrounded by green, being surrounded by all of the trees,
Nature.
hearing the birds, nature, hearing the squirrels throw the acorn shells on the ground.
Mhm.
Um, the sense of my hearing is so much more um,
Heightened.
heightened. Yes,
Mhm.
I can feel the breeze on my skin, and it like caresses your skin. I feel more alive in the 2 hours twice a week that I'm on the golf course
Yeah.
watching him than I do any other time in the week. And I think it's because I truly remember what it is to be human and alive.
Yeah.
And I, like you said, finding that center.
Well, and you're being in the present moment. You're connecting to your 5 senses,
Mhm.
so you're actually feeling the wind and you're, embracing the rustle of the leaves that you hear and, connecting with nature and yeah, and we're not talking on a phone and on a phone. I mean, you're in that present moment and it's so big. It's huge.
So let's talk about, you said there's little things that we can do. And let's take a look at this question here. Lori wants to know, what do you do when you're suddenly off the hamster wheel?
When you're off the hamster wheel, that's
So
good.
so you suddenly get off, but you might feel guilt because you're like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
not doing and that's okay. Our society has made us believe that we have to do, 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 do. It's making the best birthday party and it's kind of like the whole keeping up with the Joneses. I tell all of the athletes that I coach, my staff, you do you. You have to do what feels right for you, what aligns for you, your integrity. And so if someone questions, why are you going to do this today or you're not at this meeting and I mean, there are times we have to take a time out to allow ourselves to take a time in.
Mm.
And so connecting with ourselves is super important. So no, we do have that guilt. I actually got over that about 5 years ago. I went on a yoga meditation retreat for 7 days in Mexico by myself. And the backlash that I got from some of my friends, my family members of how dare you? How could you leave your husband with the kids? And I'm thinking, how could I not? Like
Mhm.
I knew at that point in my life there was a major shift happening. And so I was honoring myself in my journey. And they survived just fine. It was 1 week, so there are lots of time we think that we're the end all be all. And, maybe they do need, our children need a little break from us.
I am sitting here and I'm getting a little
Yeah.
emotional because
Yeah.
I have been actually thinking about, I need to take this time. I want to get away.
Yeah.
Not that I want to get away from my kids, but I'm feeling, I'm at this point in my life where my kids, they're pretty grown.
Yeah.
They can feed themselves. They they'll make it through the day without
Okay.
me doing something, right?
Yep.
Now, of course, I got a message earlier during this meeting. Mom, I left my Chromebook at home. Can you bring it to school?
Yeah. You're like, no, I'm busy.
I'm like, no, I can't. But
Yeah.
no, but I'm thinking about, oh, I want to have that time so that I
Mhm.
can really focus. And like you said, not just an hour of going and get a pedicure. I'm
No,
talking about an extended period of time to really get to
dive in.
know you yourself
Yeah.
again and
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah. So Sherry, there are those moments, and then there are the little moments that we have every day. And so, the number one thing to combat stress is sleep.
Mm,
Okay. The
okay.
number two thing is meditation and mindfulness. And then you're getting into exercise, good food, or a good diet, connecting with nature, yoga, kind of all of that. And so being around friends and family and people that are not toxic, that,
Mhm.
they don't bring in that negative energy, and really think about, Gary Vee talks all the time about, who are the top 5 people that you're around. You become like them. So if you're around someone who constantly gossips or is negative, maybe it's time to choose a new friend,
Mm.
that, consistently brings that negativity, or you participate in that gossip. And
Oh, I love that point.
Mhm.
You become what you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
So real quick,
Amazing.
the
Yeah.
Peace Finder practices, and so there are several of them. It's not just the 60-second deep breathing. You could do a 30-second body scan. So
Mhm.
prior to me going into my work, I work at a law firm, and obviously I'm venturing out of that. I'll sit in my car and I will just breathe. I get
Mhm.
myself centered, before I go in. So for online teachers, it might be, you've just got the kids down for a nap, or you're up super early. And it's just taking those couple minutes to kind of calm yourself, and then bring in like, what's going to be your topic today. Just maybe sit in that space for a moment and then go. And it's those calming exercises. There's a couple more, like you could pay attention to your 5 senses. There's a smile exercise you could do. There's just like these little itty bitty things. But what it does for us is that, remember, fight or flight, we operate, out of the sympathetic nervous system. We shift into the parasympathetic nervous system. And so that decreases that amygdala in our brain. It increases the hippocampus, which is the learning center. And then if you consistently do these practices, it helps with your emotional control, which
Mhm.
means we don't always have to react to everything.
Mhm.
Everything doesn't deserve a reaction. Something can happen to us, and we can just be like, okay, next. I don't need to text 4 people. I don't need to talk about it 4 times. It literally
Mhm.
is something that happened, and I move on.
So it happened, and I always think about things that are out of my control.
Mhm.
Can't So let's control the things I can control.
Yeah, which is usually your attitude or how
Mhm.
you react. Yeah.
Mhm. So can we do an exercise right now?
Yes, yes. Let's do a body scan. So I'm gonna turn on some music here.
Okay.
I connect with music all the time.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna put you on the screen by yourself, and I'm going to enjoy.
and let me know if you can hear this music.
Yes, we can hear it.
Okay. All right. So a body scan is a simple, easy practice to connect with your body and any tensions that you may be feeling, at this moment. And so with meditation, this is just going to be like a 5-minute meditation practice. So I want you to go ahead and sit comfortably, and then you can slowly close or cap your eyes and let your hands rest on your lap. And let's begin by taking 3 slow, long, deep breaths. Get this music up a little bit more. In through your nose, out through your nose. Fill your lungs. Exhale out. This sends a signal to your body to relax. Now allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. And I'm going to go ahead and start the body scan. We'll start at the top of your head. So relax your forehead. Soften your eyes, your cheekbones. Unclench your jaw. Take the tongue off the roof of your mouth. And allow the back of your neck to lengthen just a little. Let your shoulders drop. Notice any sensations that you're having in this moment. Remember, if your mind wanders, just come back to my voice or your breath. Take another deep breath in. Relax your arms, your forearms. Let your hands become heavy in your lap. Relax your upper, your mid, and your lower back. Soften your chest and your belly. And notice any sensations present. Feel the ease of the rise and the fall of your chest as you breathe. And let's just sit in this space for a moment. Bring attention to your thighs, your knees, your calves. Notice any sensations in your feet. You know, your feet, they carry you all day long. So allow them to rest in this moment. Notice your heartbeat. And feel your whole body relaxed and still. Bring your attention again to the rise and the fall of your chest. And on your inhale, silently affirm, inhale. And on your exhale, silently affirm, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. As our practice comes to a close, keep your eyes closed for a moment. We never want to come out of meditation too quickly. And so just notice how your body's feeling in this moment. Start to move your fingers and your toes. Take some deeper breaths. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And you just completed a very short body scan. Yay!
Excellent.
That's
Wow.
good. Yeah. So that was really short. There are times that I go into almost every body part, and we talk about like why we hold tension, where we hold tension, women, especially in our hips and our shoulders. We clench our jaw way more than we realize. And so when we have an opportunity to just sit and be in those moments, we're operating out of the parasympathetic nervous system.
I want to give a high five to the parasympathetic nervous system.
That's right.
Wow. I could not believe when you got to like the jaw and the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I was like, I'm already in a much different place.
Yeah, that's good.
And you hadn't even gotten through the rest of the body.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe I would want to take a nap when we were done,
Yeah.
but no.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I'm ready to go. I feel focused.
Yeah.
Clear.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about the other stuff during the body scan.
So let's just talk briefly about that. So meditation, this is a practice or a technique that helps settle the nervous system, and then it helps you become more focused, engaged, and less reactive. When you practice it consistently, that's what you're training your brain to do. It's a practice like anything else. And so when you do 5 minutes a day, and I challenge people, if you could do 5 minutes a day for, 30 days, you're going to notice. Mm-hmm. Hands down, you will notice. It's been a game changer for me. Yes. I will say that. So I definitely parent different, manage different.
So do you feel that does it matter when you do the meditation?
Yes and no. So they say the best times to meditate are right when you wake up, first thing in the morning, and then before dinner. I say you meditate when you have time to meditate.
Okay.
Or you make time to meditate. So whether it's 5 minutes in your car, you might have 20 minutes in your car. We have so many parents that are running kids to every which way that are sitting in their cars. Mm-hmm. And instead of scrolling for 20 minutes, maybe you just sit, you listen to a guided meditation, and then you scroll. But you have, we have those choices. So, yes, all good stuff.
Awesome. Well, I want to share one comment here. One of my students wanted to share this. She said it was a unique experience. Yay. And so thank you so much for participating, Layla. Jodi, it was amazing. Yeah. It was amazing. And I think that this will be so interesting. So how can people get in touch with you? Because you do work with people online.
I do. So I own a company called Big Heart Meditation and Mindfulness. Mm-hmm. I am just on Facebook. So we can go ahead and put my link in.
I am.
Well, you can go ahead and like me there. I do guided meditations twice a month on here. Mm-hmm. Or on Facebook Live. And so that's how you can connect. You can also go back and watch any meditations. Mm-hmm. I will be posting meditations on Insight Timer, which is an app. And if anyone can get Insight Timer, Insight Timer is a free app, and it has a gazillion meditations on it. anywhere from just 2-minute guided meditation, a breath meditation, longer ones, music. So all really good stuff.
Awesome. Awesome. So I have your link. I have a link to your Facebook page here where they
Okay.
can find Big Heart Meditation, correct?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. And it's Tuesday, so the alarm is going off here. That means
Hey.
that it's 10 o'clock. So thank you so much for your time, Jodi. And
All right.
please reach out to her if you would like to engage in the practice of meditation and using
Sounds good.
mindfulness. Thanks, Jodi. Have a great rest of your
Right.
day.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.